What's up, guys? Cat Daddy Crypto here. You know what I need you to do. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay up to date with news around Kaspa and Kaspa's ecosystem as a whole, as well as the rest of the crypto market. Subscribe and like this video. Let's get it. Alright, guys. We need to talk. I am going to tell you exactly how a crypto cycle operates. And I'm going to say it loud for those of you in the back, because a lot of people still aren't getting it. Okay? A crypto cycle operates in a 4-year window typically. Depending on where you want to start, you either start in a bull market or you start in a bear market. For the purpose of this video, we are going to start in a bear market. Okay? You usually get 1 year of, or a year and a half, somewhere in that range, of downward price action, and then you get 3 years of more positive price action. Now, this varies a little bit from cycle to cycle, but you're typically going to see over this 3-year span, after the first year of downward action, some pockets of euphoria. Some altcoins will run here and some altcoins will run there, and you get little pockets off and on for a 3-year span. Usually in the pre-halving year, you will get a semi-decent altcoin run, which lasts a few months, and then it dies off, and altcoins, a lot of them usually come back down to where they were before that run happened, because in that span between that small altcoin run in the pre-halving year and the major altcoin run that we see in Q4 of the post-halving year, Bitcoin dominance usually rises during that span, and altcoins slowly bleed back down to Bitcoin. Okay, that's the phase of the cycle that we're in right now, although we should be coming to the end of that relatively soon. Okay, so in a nutshell, you have a 4-year window where you have pockets of euphoria, but the vast majority of the time, you are seeing sideways and downward action, all building up to the grand finale of Q4 post-halving altcoin season. Okay, investing is not easy. It's not fun a lot of the time. It's very stressful, painful, agitating, and the vast majority of the time will keep you in a frustrated mindset, because sideways action or downward action is frustrating to the vast majority of investors. That is what happens the vast majority of time during this 4-year window. And so you've got new investors coming into the space that don't understand this, and they are looking at their portfolio every single day, and if their crypto, in our case Kaspa, isn't moving on that day, then they're upset and they're claiming that that project is dead, which in reality is completely false. Okay? To really make it in this space, you need to be able to look beyond the day-to-day price action. You need to be able to envision the scenario out beyond today, beyond tomorrow, beyond next week, and understand, based on the research that you do, researching a project, what the end game is, and what the chances are that they reach this end game, again, based on the research that you have done on this project. Anybody out there who is looking at their portfolio on a day-to-day basis and wondering why things aren't moving over the course of a week or a month or 2 months or 3 months doesn't understand the concept of long-term investing. If you want to day trade, more power to you. That's a whole different ballgame. But you need to have a mindset, if you're going to be a long-term investor, of looking out past today, tomorrow, next week, next month, 2 months from now. You need to be able to see in your mind the long game picture of where the project's going, how it's going to get there, why it's going to get there, and project out. Sometimes years, depending on where we are in the cycle. As of right now, we only need to project out 4 or 5 months maybe, okay? And we need to understand that we are still probably going to get that altcoin season that we all want, but we have to go through tough times before that happens. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video. The vast majority, I would say 90% of this 4-year window that we're talking about here is not fun. It's grueling, it's frustrating, it'll make you want to pull your hair out. But those are the times that harden us and make things easier the next time around, okay? So the moral of the story is patience, is mindset, and vision. Because if you have the vision, if you have the mindset to envision where things are going and why they're going to go there, and you have the patience to wait all of that out, you will be rewarded handsomely in the end. I promise. Okay? Stop looking at a day-to-day basis at your portfolio, at certain projects individually, and basing their future on a 24 or a 48-hour period, or even a week, or even a month, or even a year in a lot of cases, okay? Things don't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. And a project like Kaspa, being 100% decentralized, 100% fair launched, tokenomics as pure and as close to Bitcoin as you can possibly get. It's in its very first cycle. It's never been through a bull run. That is the cycle that most coins do their best work. It's a proof of work consensus running 10 blocks per second, which again was thought to be impossible by everybody in the crypto space. Kaspa has figured that out and has made it possible in real time. In its first cycle, Jonathan Sampolinski, lead developer and creator of Kaspa, worked with Bitcoin on its security protocol as early as 2010, an OG in the space, very highly respected. Smart contracts are launching this summer, this month or next month, which should bring in new developers, should bring in new users. And with the amount of trading volume that Kaspa has, exchanges are going to want a piece, tier 1 exchanges, and mark my words, will list Kaspa by the end of this cycle. Okay? That's what Kaspa is. That's what you have to look forward to with Kaspa. Envision the long-term future through research, know what it is, know where it's going, and be patient. In the meantime, guys, continue to pack your damn bags before it's too late. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.